Just across the Mississippi River lies a diamond whose shine never fades.
My parents ran the Little League in Bluff Siding, where I grew up, and so started playing there, and I just fell in love with the game.
Baseball was it was in the summer, so you were free and you got to, spend the whole summer at the field.
The team that I grew up playing with, that Zach and I played on, was a group of our best friends. And so going to different tournaments and playing at different games, we were just kind of a ragtag group of kids.
I think I spent most summers at his house because the baseball field was right there. And we just hung out constantly, I guess.
Zach Fellman and Dan Watson have been best friends since childhood. Baseball brought them together as kids, and it's also what's kept them in the lineup as adults. Not as ball players patrolling the green grass, mind you, but something a little more colorful.
As we started to kind of develop careers and both went the entrepreneur route, we were like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we could do business together?
Art, I think, is something I always did, for the fun of it, growing up.
One day, Zach called me up and said, hey, Dan, I'm thinking about doing painted bats. You want to do it with me?
I just kind of got the creative itch to try something else. So I thought about it for 10 minutes after thinking, and then called Dan, and he said yes, and then we started. So, it was about a 10-minute thought process.
I couldn't say no. I mean, this is stuff that we did when we were 12, right? It was so nostalgic, and it took me all of 2 seconds to say, yes, I'm in.
Zach's power with the palette, combined with Dan's knowledge of the numbers, led to the creation of Pillbox Bat Company, a small outfit in Winona, Minnesota, that specializes in custom baseball products.
And the most simplified way I can say it, sell what we do here for art. Sell Zach, sell his talents.
We saw a very big hole that we could fill with memorabilia and the art side of all that stuff.
On a daily basis, we probably churn anywhere from 20 to 40 billets. They start out billets and then obviously become the bats. So it's just a lot of churning on our lathe here and sanding and getting dusty.
Over the years, Zach's creativity combined with Dan's strategy has provided Pillbox with an unstoppable heart of the order. Partnerships with the Major League Baseball Players Association, the Negro Leagues, and the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Most of my business calls and conversations go to, this one time when I was in Little League, and we start swapping baseball stories. Nothing to do with business, but the love of the game kind of comes out in those conversations, and it just naturally goes into figuring out a way to work together and create something cool, whether it's for their company or for the fans.
The designers here have done some pretty awesome things, and it's just really cool to see that stuff go out the door.
From the sandlot to sanding, and from the plate to the paint, Zach and Dan have captured the nostalgia of childhood and given it a fresh spin. For all the strategy and analytics baseball has to offer, the game remains simple both on and off the field. You always start at home and hope that somehow, some way, you'll find your way back.
It's so surreal. You're like, how did we get here?
We're always going to be baseball fans. So to see, our favorite players or, Hall of Fame players even that we didn't even get to see and put their names on bats, it's pretty cool.
We were on separate paths for quite a while, but Pillbox kind of brought us back together. Not only is it business with my best friend, but it's baseball, which we both adore. And so, it was just kind of the perfect storm.
And Dan, when we first aired your story at the beginning of the baseball season in April, you had one specific goal in mind to try to get a licensing deal with Major League Baseball. Now that we're in October, tell us the updates on that progress.
Yeah, well, we got it. It's really exciting. We got Major League Baseball licensing on all of our products except for baseball bats at this time. But that includes our wood pennants, painted baseballs, We have leather coasters, and we actually have a few more products that we'll be launching this next spring as well. So a lot of really exciting things going on, and we're thrilled to have to be able to represent Major League Baseball through our products.
You had the Players Association deal, so you could put players' names on all your products. But now you have MLB, so you can actually put team names on products. You had kind of mentioned that MLB knew who you were. You had done some special projects for them. So how did the relationship sort of develop into getting this ultimate licensing deal?
From the last time that we spoke till now, Major League Baseball licensing kind of moved hands as far as who manages the licensing, and now Fanatics manages that. And we were able to make some great connections at Fanatics. They were able to meet us in person, take a look at our products, and really fell in love with them, and really were very helpful in bringing that license to a reality.
What was the reaction like when you got that deal in the first place? Like basically when they signed on the line and said, okay, you can put our team names on your products.
I didn't think it would really happen. I mean, we've been working for it, so that's obviously the goal. But when I first got it, I think I almost cried. I was yelling. I was like, all the emotions were just coming out. It's kind of crazy, but I know everyone at the shop was just like super excited, but at the same time, kind of got nervous. It's like, whoa, what does this mean? What is this going to do for us? Now it's like, wow, it's time to dream even bigger.
This has been Midco Sports Magazine, presented by Build Your Base with Beef Sports Nutrition and Training Program.